The Urban Farmer, powered by Organics Limited. I'm still with Teddy Kinyanjui of Cookswell, Jikos in Seedballs, Kenya, and today he shows me how the seed ball works. Right, and now this is a little managu plant that Teddy has been trying. It's not only trees that they use with the seed balls, he is trying to do perennial vegetables, and this is managu. This, he says, would be amazing. Imagine if you can go and throw these seeds at refugee camps and just throw them around the areas so people can go and tune out the leaves and at least get some food, so they're not only depending on aid. But look at that, that's the little charcoal bit, and that's where the seed came out on. You can see the roots as well. But this has given me an idea. I want to ask Teddy if he can make a few of these. Maybe we can use in our shamba back home with tomatoes and zucchinis. I don't know if that'll work. And we just chuck them and see what comes out, the permaculture style. So let's go and find them.
So these are a couple different of the types from one of our little test beds that we've done here. And so I'll show you how, because you know, sometimes when you think tree planting, it's easy to forget that there are 1,500 types of trees in Kenya. And each one has its own use, its own area, its own reason for planting. So with the Seedball project, we've focused on, we have like a core base of 5 to 10 species of trees that cover a range of different ecosystems and applications. These are a couple of the tests of all of our different ones that we've done so far that we can look through here. We have Dombea toridai, which is a very interesting highland tree that grows really well, you know, Aberdares, Reforest, these type of areas. It produces good timber, produces very, very good bee forage, and the Ogieks traditionally use its bark actually for making beehives and stuff. And so this has a very good application, and it's a very good pioneer tree for places that have been degraded or recently converted back to forest from agriculture or something. All of these bags that we have here on these little tests, each of these is 50 seed balls that were put down, watered daily for 2.5 weeks to try and mimic a typical rain type of season. And then these are the results of how many have grown out from basically one big handful of trees each. Okay. And so depending on what type of species it is, like you can see, this says Bania sesbin. This is a very wonderful agroforestry tree. It's nitrogen fixing, very good livestock forage, so for cows with milk or for meat gain for goats and stuff. Decent firewood, bee forage for bees, good soil stabilization tendencies, and really fast growth. So these are only 3.5 months old, and they're already, you know, they grow a foot a month basically.
This is crazy. Look
yeah,
how
so
big that is.
And you can imagine planting a couple handfuls of these in your backyard. If you want to, you know, feed for your rabbits, for your chickens, for your goats, for your cows, this is a very excellent tree for those type of issues. Great. What happens with trees like the acacia tree that's very interesting is
this one here.
That's these small ones here. Is naturally what they do is they have seed dormancy. So they've evolved to be able to keep the seed almost from, what is it, 3 to 15 years almost, dormant in the soil, waiting for just the right conditions. Because what would happen if we pre-treated all of these and forced them into germination by soaking in hot water or something, is they'd start growing, and then what if the rain stopped? Suddenly that tree is doomed. The acacia trees not only produce thorns, which help protect them, they also produce tannins in the leaves, so they get sour if, you know, once they're browsed on too much. And a very interesting factor with those is when you look at the difference of planting a regular tree seedling as we know it, you know, it comes in a small plastic bag that's about this big, and all the roots now inside of that have started to ball up and be drained of the nutrients. The tree itself is so much bigger, so that biomass ratio of sort of root to shoot is not so much in favor of you know, because naturally what tree ever started growing in a nursery and then moved again? So when you plant directly from seed, you get the opposite. The tree can only be 1 inch tall, but the roots can be like a foot as long, you know, 5-6 times the size of the tree.
So even if they get
even if something bites the top off, it still has all that extra, or a drought comes, it has that extra energy. And again, this is the natural way that trees grow.
That is crazy. This is amazing to see. It's so simple.
And cheap.
It's so simple. So cheap.
A shilling a piece.
And then look what you're doing. Look what you're you're reforesting the whole of the country.
And you look at Kenya's forest demand and wood deficit, all these things. At the end of the day, we're 40 million people, growing nation, higher pressures and all of this.
Yeah.
We need to be planting hundreds of millions of trees every single season.
So let me ask you something, Teddy. If there are any like culprits or anything out there, how can they get involved in terms of the Seedballs? What can they do?
We always say what change begins at home. If you want to really get involved in doing this and promoting this large-scale, low-cost tree planting, get in touch with us and we can do branded packets with your company logo on as giveaways during big events or meetings or for launching of new things, and try and also, because it makes the whole tree planting thing more of a fun culture.
That's amazing. Teddy.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Okay, I saw some managu over there
Yeah.
in a seed ball. Can you do this for vegetable seeds? Because my thinking is, I'm setting up my little shamba at home, and on one bed, I want to do permaculture.
Yeah.
Right? So instead of me going and planting stuff and just chucking stuff in there, I'd rather get these seed balls, throw them on,
And just do
and
it.
whatever comes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
So
then
we can do things like managu, we can do terere, we can do spider plant, grass seeds. Or we've just started researching and pelletizing inside.
You can't eat
So
grass though, Teddy.
the cows can eat grass, and then you can get nyama choma. So basically, as long as the seed is small, and there are two types of seed, Ralcantant and orthodox. So an orthodox seed is able to keep without refrigeration. Those seeds, so we can do them. So bring us seeds, get in touch with us, and we'll see what we can figure out.
So keep it here. We're going to see that on the Urban Farmer. We're going to see the permaculture side of seed balling, right?
Fantastic.
That's going to
Yeah,
be our
100.
experiment.
Okay, good.
Okay?
100%.
Sour, Teddy.
very
Thanks
good,
so much
Gina.
for today.
Yes.
That's the end for this episode about seed balls, but we're going to still be at Teddy's here next week, and he's going to show us how you can make your own charcoal at home.
Without cutting down a tree.
Oh, and we're going to eat something. I'm feeling a bit peckish, brother. Let's go do that. Take it easy and make sure you subscribe to the Urban Farmer.